When you want something really big, like partnering in the Lockdown Challenge 2020, we can't but be super grateful.
We appreciate you.
Beautiful afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, participants of the Lockdown Challenge 2020. It's an absolute pleasure to reach you through this medium. My name is Kaiso Danyhels, and I am one of the speakers on this challenge. I will be speaking to you on the concept of self-discovery, which is one of the very important variables, or is it factors you want to call it, to building a life of significant impact. For starters, it's important to have maybe a sort of a checkup on how far it has been with you, how you found the entire process of the lockdown challenge. So let me ask, how has it been so far? How are you finding the session, the various presentations, and all of that? I trust it's been a wonderful one, right? Um, happy to know. Happy to know. I know by faith, right? All right. As I mentioned earlier, I will be talking to you on the concept of self-discovery, which, as I have looked at the lives of various individuals through history, I have found it is one of the critical factors to building lives of significant impact. Right. So, to just have a guide on what we'll be doing in this session, I have what I would call a mental, a map session, a session map rather. I have a session map, and basically in this session, hopefully there will be other ones in this session, I will be taking you through two very important aspects of self-discovery. First of which is the definition of what self-discovery is. What is self-discovery fundamentally? And second of all, I'm going to be taking you through some benefits derivable from self-discovery. So first, I'll take you through a definition of self-discovery, and second of all, I will show you or bring to your notice, to your information, some of the benefits of self-discovery. To get this rolling, perhaps I should mention a couple of names, and let's see what comes to your mind with regards to the topic of the moment. So here are the names: Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, Barack Obama, Angela Merkel, Tony Elumelu, Dangote. What about names like Bill Gates and Femi Otedola, and actually a lot of other names that I could mention. But take a moment and think about each and every one of these names. One thread that seems to run through each and every one of them is the fact that these individuals have created significant impact in various areas of life. What if I told you that the reason that they've been able to create the impact they've created in these various areas of life is simply the fact that they have been able to self-discover? These individuals are people who have found themselves, and so they've been able to make all the impact they have. Right. So keep that in mind, but we put it aside for now. So like I said, the first thing I want to look at is to define what self-discovery is. According to the dictionary, the online dictionary, I found that self-discovery is the process of learning about oneself and also about one's beliefs. So first, fundamentally, self-discovery is a process. It is not a one-time thing, right? It is the process through which individuals learn about themselves and also learn about the things they believe, right? I've checked through quite a couple of dictionaries and found that, yes, although there may be some differences in the terms used, fundamentally, self-discovery is about the process of one learning about himself, or what makes them tick as an individual, and about the beliefs that they hold. But as I thought and meditated about this concept, I have had to make a slight adjustment, by making an extension to just beyond knowledge about self, learning about self and beliefs, but to include something that I find very critical, which if you put it in the place of the lives of the individuals that I had just previously mentioned, you will see that it is very true. So, what is self-discovery according to Kaiso? And as far as the Lockdown Challenge 2020 is concerned, self-discovery is the process of one learning about themselves, about their beliefs, and also very importantly, the place they hold in the world in terms of the roles that they are expected to play in life. So, self-discovery is the process through which you and I would have to learn about ourselves, about our personhood, right? And also the beliefs we hold. That is about the philosophies we hold, about the beliefs we hold about ourselves and about the world and the circumstances, situations surrounding our lives, and also the process of learning about the place that we have been carved out to live in the sea of humanity. Available statistics point to, I may not be very, very correct about this, but I know that we are either moving very quickly towards 8 billion people on earth, or we are slightly above 8 billion people on earth. But I tell you this, one thing that is very, very significant and very, very true is the fact that every single individual has a role to play in the world, has a place of significance that they hold. So self-discovery is that process through which we will not just learn about ourselves and our personhood, but we'll also get to learn about our beliefs, about our personal values and our personal philosophies, and much more importantly, our place in the world in terms of the roles that we are expected to play. You look at the list I called out a while ago, you will see that each of these individuals hold certain beliefs. Each of these individuals have a certain notion of their selfhood, of their personhood, and each of these individuals holds a particular place in history. Talk about Mark Zuckerberg and his Facebook. Talk about Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Talk about Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and the impact she has created in the financial world, and same with Tony Elumelu. And of course, with his impact on Africa. What about Angela Merkel and the role she has played in birthing the country of Germany, even though being a woman? What about Nelson Mandela and his struggle with apartheid and the enthronement of the dignity of the black man in South Africa? Or about Mother Teresa and the role she played to helping the suffering and those who were disadvantaged in India? Or Barack Obama, who is prided as the first black man to rule, African American rather, to rule in America. So each of these individuals found their rightful place and they are living in that particular place. So that is what self-discovery is all about. It's all about you discovering yourself. It's all about learning about your personal beliefs and also finding your place in the sea of humanity. That's it. So now we move to the second part of my presentation. I'm going to be very fast about this. Is what are the benefits of self-discovery? What are the things that one tends to gain if they self-discover? And I have just about four of them. First is that one of the most important things that self-discovery does to us, will do for you, is that once you discover yourself, self-discovery will help to define the focus of your life. And so it will help you to lead a life of significance and to lead a life that has significant, not just significance, but has significant impact. In other words, what I'm saying, it is that it is through self-discovery that you will be able to discover your purpose. And you know, one of the important things that happens when you discover purpose, one of the important things that happens when you discover purpose is that you lead a life of focus. You lead a life that is defined by clarity of intention. So the first benefit of self-discovery is that it helps you to lead a life of focus. All right. What is the other thing that self-discovery does for you? I would like to say that the second thing that self-discovery does for you, or would do for an individual who discovers themselves, is that they will unleash the unlimited power that they have as individuals, and thus will be able to enables them to also create the sort of impact that they should create in the world. See, as a human being, there is unlimited potential that you have within you. You have unlimited powers embedded within you as a person. So self-discovery is that process through which is that thing that will help you to unleash that great power, that great potential that you have within you, and such that you will create unlimited impact in the world. You look at the individuals we mentioned earlier, you see that these individuals were able to create impact in the world. And the reason we were able to create impact in the world it was because they self-discovered. And through this process of self-discovery, they blew the lead on what their potentials. They blew the lead off of their potential and unleashed the power that enabled them to create radical impact. So that is a second thing the self-discovery does. Self-discovery helps to unleash the power of your unlimited human potential and helps you to make radical, far-reaching impact. Right. That's the second benefit of self-discovery. The third benefit of self-discovery is that self-discovery helps you to gain the right perspectives and to also develop the right paradigms for life. It helps you to gain the correct perspective and to develop the right paradigms of life. Right. Now, this is actually a very, very important point, because as I have found, the quality of life we live is based on the paradigms we see. So, but fundamentally, what is a paradigm? The paradigm is some sort of a spectacle. It is the lens through which we see life. That is what a paradigm is, or we might like to substitute it with the word mindset. Right. So we live our lives through the mindset that we hold. The way you experience the world, the way you interact with people is based on the mindset that you hold about the world, about the people around you. Right. So what self-discovery helps us to do is that it helps us to hold the right perspectives of life. It helps us to develop the right paradigms, or otherwise to develop the right mindset. Because once you have discovered yourself, you would have discovered what are the correct perspectives, and it also would help you to develop the right perspective, to develop the right paradigms or the right mindset that would help you to live the life that you would live. Right. So discovery of self helps you to gain the correct perspective and also develop the right paradigms or mindsets for life. Right, the correct ones. Now, finally, and which is also a point that is an extension of the right one. Now, like I said, what self-discovery does, it helps you to discover the paradigms through which you are living life. Now, the extension to it is the fourth point, which is the fact that once you discover that you are operating with the wrong perspectives or the wrong paradigms of mindsets, what self-discovery helps you to do is it helps you to now reframe your paradigm, or redefine or redesign your paradigms to ensure that you are now living with the correct mindset and living the right life. In essence, what self-discovery helps you to do is that through the reframing of your paradigms or your mindsets, you are able to self-reinvent. And as you self-reinvent, it means that you are developing the correct personal brand. You are able to self-brand in a way that is positive and beneficial to the world. So the benefits of self-discovery, the last benefit of self-discovery is that it is one of the fundamental steps to effective self or personal branding, such that you are enabled to self-reinvent. Where you find that you're operating with the wrong paradigms, you are able to self-reinvent and become a useful individual in and to society. So those are the 4 benefits of self-discovery. I tell you this, self-discovery is actually very, very important. It's sine qua non to living a life that makes far-reaching impact. And having known the things we've known about self-discovery this moment from this session, why wouldn't you want to self-discover? I think it's something you want to do. You want to self-discover. All right. So now, having talked to you about define what self-discovery is, and also having helped you find the benefits of self-discovery, in the next session, I'm going to be building up on this as I begin to take you into even deeper steps, especially in the line of what you can do to self-discover, what you can do, what are the practical steps that you can take to self-discover. So I tell you, you want to be a part of the next session. You want to look out for the next session. So I'm using this as a teaser. Tell you, let's do this again next time. Until I come your way again, remember, my name is Kaiso Danyhels, and it's a pleasure talking to you through this platform. Ciao.